You guys know the score. There is zero news, or should I say, at least there is zero relevant news, zero important news. So we're getting a bunch of WWE topics, and we're going to mold them all together into one big video. Welcome back, guys, to Fall Wrestling. I see you know the score here. If this was an NFL match, it'd be 0-0. It would be WWE 0, AEW 0. It's an absolute stinker. Wrestling has never been more dead than it is right now. But we're a wrestling channel, so we need to talk about it. One thing we'll be talking about today is the Raja Jackson incident. And you know what? I'm sick of talking about this, but every time I log on to check like a news site, it seems like there's somebody new talking about it. I'll tell you what's not new though. There's no new updates on terms of Raja Jackson getting arrested. Why the fuck's this guy not been picked up yet? I don't know. Do you know?
I've been asking the question to the LAPD every vid we've made now. Bear in mind, it's been about a week since the last one, but where the fuck are they?
What about that arsehole on the train, by the way, that killed the Ukraine? Is he been locked up yet?
Fucking bro, forget locked up. That should be a lethal injection.
Is he in custody?
I don't even know what state that took place in, but fucking disgraceful.
Probably some liberal shithole.
People sitting there on the train, not even fucking doing anything. Pathetic excuses of fucking human beings.
Yeah, but I mean, we've seen... It is pathetic, but at the same time, we've seen Daniel Perry step in to save people, and they tried to ram him in prison for life. So it's like, you know, if you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Seen a story about some 19-year-old kid in Sweden, was it Sweden or Norway, stopped some third world refugee from raping some woman, and he turned around and stabbed him dead. So it's a shite world we live in, like. You intervene to try and help. You could end up dead, snuffed out at 19. You intervene to help, and they try and send you away for life.
Double one, my friends. The world is fucked. The world goes beyond professional wrestling. See professional wrestling 2025. I couldn't give a fuck. Honestly, the only reason I'm still here in this channel is because this fucking guy to the left of me. See if he wasn't here, I would have sailed off.
I told him he can't quit, damn it.
I'd be puffing cigars. I'd be on the yacht.
What? You know, McMahon never...
candy cigarettes talking about wrestling.
McMahon never quit, alright? McMahon stuck around.
Shit. Either or, the world's fucked, folks, but Raja Jackson should be in jail, and he's not. And Logan Paul, damn it, he was speaking about it.
Yeah, so what's Logan Paul got to say? Well, let's just get into it. He was on his podcast. He said the following. He said, and I quote, "I 1000% believe Raja belongs in jail. Assault is an understatement. He tried to kill a man. And it was a live stream on his Kick channel. Because you are an angry young man who has a lot of pent-up aggression, and you think people are playing with you or whatever. Your interpretation of life is that's happening, or however you were treated in your life doesn't mean you get to get in a ring and beat up a performer. It's a situation where, okay, I'm a professional wrestler, I saw this, I know what it's supposed to look like. Dude, you're in there trusting each other to put on a performance and make something look good and entertaining, and to completely go off script and to try and fucking kill someone is insane. It's criminal behaviour. I couldn't believe what I was watching when I saw the video. 22 punches. End of quote. Can't disagree with Logan Paul here, saying that he should 1000% be in jail. He tried to kill a man. Doesn't matter what pent-up aggression Raja Jackson has. Doesn't matter if he thinks people have messed with him his whole life. It doesn't give you justification to go into the ring and try and murder a man. He went off script. He did try and kill Styles too. He would have killed him. It is criminal behaviour, but people will probably say Logan Paul can't judge because he's done some shady stuff in his life and his career. I mean, what she has, but I tell you what, he's not done anything as bad as this.
Let's fucking see the amount of people that give this guy grief because he filmed a dead body in a forest.
Distasteful, yes, but is it as bad as punching somebody 22 times unconscious? No.
What's worse, right? Filming a dead body or nearly causing someone to be a dead body? I know what I'd rather do. I mean, I'd rather be the person with the fucking phone. End of the day. And he was, Logan, I don't even know when that was. That's donkeys ago. But people treated Logan Paul, right, like a serial killer for that. for that action that he did in that forest, man. So what? Oh, but he's got kids watching him. Well, fucking Rajah Jackson had kids watching him, and they're the ones that fucking motivated him to do what he did. So fuck him.
It's insane, isn't it? Like, right. So on the Pat McAfee show, we're just going to move on. Pat McAfee show, Paul Triple H Lefebvre.
Oh, this prick.
Yeah, he had criticism of people that are saying WWE are trying to pull the curtain back, or with shows such as Unreal. Triple H said the following. He said, quote, "It's funny that the internet is all complaining that we're lifting the curtain and showing you stuff. Meanwhile, they're doing a podcast that all it does is talk about behind the scenes shit that's going on. I don't understand that logic. The world knows an 8-year-old kid picks up his iPhone, Google stuff, and it tells them all the behind the scenes stuff right there." End of quote. And he then went on to talk about Cody Rhodes appearing at WrestlePalooza. First of all, fuck Cody Rhodes. Nobody cares if he's appearing at WrestlePalooza. $30 is way too much for a WWE pay-per-view.
Isn't this the same hypocritical bastard that said, "Oh, China can't be in the Hall of Fame because an 8-year-old might Google her and, find out she did some adult-rated movies there"? But now he's saying, well, it's alright because an 8-year-old can now Google it and find out it's fake, so we may as well reveal it's fake. Well, if that's the case, why didn't you just put her in the Hall of Fame then? Since he would find out anyway. Fucking retard. And see that logic as well, by the way, talking about someone can just Google it. Yo, a kid, right? A 10-year-old could watch Breaking Bad. They might actually think it's a real show. Does that mean that Bryan Cranston should break character while filming it and be like, "Here, kids, so just in case you Google it, this isn't real. I don't cook meth. See, this is actually cotton candy that's here."
Yeah, I mean,
where do you fucking draw the line?
You look at movie critics, people that review movies. But look, they're reviewing a movie and they're revealing that it's actually a movie. It's a fake movie and not real life. So does that mean that like in movies the main characters just turn around and break the fourth wall and just go off script and break like movie kayfabe because there's people that review movies and it's out there that the movies aren't legit? Of course not. Meltzer's been reviewing wrestling and talking about wrestling, and he's had the Observer for almost 4 decades now. Does that mean that people could come out in the 80s, in the 90s, and basically say, "Oh, here, all this shit's fake"? Sure, Dave Meltzer, he writes a newsletter on it, so why do we need to stay in character? Why do we need to keep kayfabe alive? Of course not.
You know what it is, though, right?
No, but Triple H, to suggest that, here, there's people on YouTube that talk about wrestling, so we're just going to reveal everything. What kind of logic's that?
It's pathetic, but what I actually think it is because wrestling is so dead, they felt that this wee documentary series behind the scenes and revealing the ins and outs of it would actually bring a bit of interest in, because make no mistake about it, see that Unreal documentary, it's probably more interesting than anything that's happened this year in terms of the actual stuff on screen.
Well, that wouldn't exactly be hard, would it?
No, it wouldn't be hard, but it's like one last roll of the dice.
Wasn't that interesting though? Because we never checked it out. I don't know about you, but I ain't seen shit from Unreal.
I've just seen a few clips, but I've not watched it. But he also said something along the lines of, we don't tell them everything, we don't tell them the exact in and outs. You do. No, see that Unreal, right? It showed you him talking to Speed, "Oh, we're going to put you in the Rumble, we're going to do this for you, we're going to do that." It showed you him going up to Jey Uso and saying, "You're going to win the Rumble." How much more do we need to see for Triple H to be like, "You've seen everything"? Do we need to see Jey Uso taking a shite before the Rumble match kicks off? No, seriously, what do you need to see?
Yeah, I just laugh at Triple H, suggesting that if there wasn't people on YouTube talking about wrestling, then he wouldn't be doing this stuff. I mean, I disagree. He'd be doing this stuff anyway because he's desperate.
Yeah, that's what it is. So it's anything they can squeeze out of wrestling to try and make it interesting. By, "Oh, here, it's so fucking dead now. Maybe we just pull back the curtain and reveal that it's all fake and talk about it in grand detail. That'll bring some people back." If anything, man, that Unreal series has just made it worse. Made it. He tried to also, remember a couple months ago though, he tried to pin it in a factor and say, "Well, guess what, guys? This will actually make people who has never watched it before think, oh, so it's fake. Oh, that's alright, then I'll watch it now."
And again, like I said, Meltzer was talking about this shit in the 80s. So why didn't McMahon come out and go, what? You know what I mean? Like,
the product's pish. No one that's watched this, never watched this before, is going to be like, oh wait, they're actually doing a documentary about how fake it is when I already knew how fake it was. No grown adult thinks wrestling's real anymore.
Yeah,
if you've watched it or not.
This is just Triple H passing the buck, you know, using excuses, trying to blame everyone else but himself. I mean, just come out and say that you've totally fucked the business and that you've revealed more than anybody in the history ever has before. Just come out and say that. Just admit it. You don't have to come out and make all these excuses. Yeah, well, I expose the business more now because people online are exposing it more. That doesn't mean shit. I mean, if someone outside is setting fire to your house, are you going to go out with more matches and help them? Exactly. Are you going to go out and fucking pour gasoline onto it?
Come on, Triple H.
No, if anything, you'd try and pour water on it to try and put out the flames.
He's a fucking idiot, isn't he?
This logic of Triple H. Oh, but look, there's people online talking about wrestling and they're exposing it, so I'll just expose it even more. What kind of logic's that? Honestly, what a spas. Anyway, right, let's talk about Booker T. Booker T says that Ronda Rousey spat in the face of professional wrestling. He said, quote, the fact that they had me... Oh, no, that's what... Obviously, Ronda Rousey, sorry, she spoke about Alexa Bliss. If you haven't seen the video, go check it out. Basically says it was a joke that she was fighting Alexa Bliss, and the only reason they did it is because Alexa had the highest merch sales. Well, duh! That's kind of how wrestling should work. See, someone is actually performing and selling the most merch and selling the most tickets and getting the most eyeballs on the product. Those tend to be the people at the top of the card. Those tend to be the people that you want to put in with your draws and stars. So, yeah, there's a reason. You know, but Ronda Rousey would have rather face some fucking no-name. Like some fucking jobber. Ronda Rousey back then would have rather faced like a Rhea Ripley or a Raquel Rodriguez who were barely known, just because, oh look, they're bigger and it means that when I beat them it makes me look better. But obviously Ronda Rousey thinks that her facing 5-foot Alexa Bliss it's wrestling at the end of the fucking day.
It's just someone that doesn't understand
It'd be like Big Show coming out and saying, oh, it's a joke, it's a disgrace they made me face Rey Mysterio. No, Rey Mysterio was super over, and Big Show should be, you know, should not honoured, like, but, you know, Big Show should be happy to go up against Rey because he was one of the most popular guys on the roster.
Yo,
so.
Alexa Bliss is small, right? 5 foot of fury, there's no denying that, right?
No, but all the Undertaker...
But Ronda Rousey's also took on people like Becky. Well, we're going to fucking sit here and pretend that Becky Lynch is massive.
Yeah, but look
Jack to the gills.
I mean, look at Undertaker putting over Jeff Hardy in that ladder match, you know, Undertaker could have been like, oh, why the fuck am I facing him? You know, I'd beat this guy in a real fight. It makes no... But, you know, like... It's just Undertaker understands the business and Ronda Rousey does not. Anyway, Booker T...
Yeah, but for the same reason, like, Triple H could have come out and been like, why was I facing Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania? You know, I'm a 14-time world champion.
Yeah, Triple H had no issues selling for fucking Heartmania.
Yeah.
Selling her offense. But yet, she's going to cry and bitch about having to face Alexa Bliss. Absolute joke. Anyway, he went on to address the Ronda comments. He says, quote, Ronda Rousey is another one, man. I think the wrestling world opened up the doors to her and she just spat in the face of professional wrestling. Feels like a little bit. That's what she done. You know, it's a reason why people don't like her, you know. I mean, I don't hear any of her old comrades in UFC saying anything good about Ronda Rousey, man. Nobody cares about Ronda Rousey but herself. She's got a very, very, you know, high self-esteem, as far as you know, looking at herself a certain way, but I don't think anybody else, you know, looks at Ronda that way, just because, there again, I don't know why she has so much hate and vitriol for the wrestling business, a business that has led her to go out there and have moments like a WrestleMania, you know, giving her the rowdy run, the Rousey gimmick, you know, right off the bat, making her, you know, something when you say so many other people wish they had a spotlight like that. I don't get it. I really feel like Ronda Rousey was given everything in the business. I really feel like this business opened up the door for Ronda Rousey to come in and have a great time and do a thing and make a lot of money, you know? And I can almost guarantee you this, Ronda Rousey made more money with WWE than she did in UFC. I can almost guarantee you that, you know? And to spit in the face of that is just, it's an insult. It really is. End of quote. How many fucking, you know, was Booker T going for there? I mean, talk about the 5-time WCW champion. It could be like the 50-time, you know, guy.
He must have went to Georgia Tech alongside Roman Reigns.
Yeah, he must have. But listen, Ronda made a lot of money in UFC. Not going to say that she didn't. But I mean, she was in WWE in total for what, maybe 4 years. I would have to imagine WWE were paying her a decent amount. If Roman Reigns is getting like 15 million a year, I'd like to think that Ronda could at least ask for something half decent.
Yeah, no, of course you
I just don't know if Ronda really made more in WWE than UFC. I get it. In UFC, listen, they don't pay a lot, and Dana White's a cheapskate, and he's known. It's a well known fact that UFC fighters do not get paid well at all. But you need to understand that Ronda Rousey, whether you like her or you don't, she was one of the biggest UFC stars, not just in the women's division. We're talking about, I mean, well, there's been no bigger star than her in the women's division, but she was easily top 5, probably top 3. I mean, it's probably Ronda Rousey, Brock Lesnar, Conor McGregor. You look at the people that hold the gates, and it tends to be them. Conor McGregor is like number 1 by far, but in number 2 and number 3, in terms of the biggest stars and biggest draws in UFC history, it would be Brock and it would be Ronda. So I imagine she would made a decent amount of money. Either way, it doesn't matter if she made more in UFC or more in WWE. I just don't think she understands wrestling. And again, picking out Alexa Bliss, like, as if that was the worst run of her career. Here, Ronda had a lot of shite, a lot of bad promos. There's a lot of stuff that Ronda Rousey, I think, should be wanting to erase quicker than her feud with Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, what it boils down to is someone that doesn't understand the business. Nothing more, nothing less, and she won't be back.
How many times has Brock Lesnar, by the way, took on small people that he could fucking kill, and you don't see him come out with comments like this?
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar's what he took on Daniel Bryan, he took on AJ Styles, and those matches went long. Like,
yeah.
He took on Kofi Kingston, that went 7-6. Well, fuck Kofi. Worst world champion in history.
Took on Ray as well. There's plenty. And Brock Lesnar, we will never see Brock Lesnar. He's truly like a one-of-a-kind fucking athlete. I'm not saying Ronda Rousey. I mean, is Ronda Rousey one of a kind? She did pretty well, but to me, like, Brock Lesnar could...
Hold on, she lost 2 fights, then quit and said she wanted to kill herself. I mean, come on.
Well, it's pretty embarrassing, though, isn't it? And then she came to the fake sport and then bashed it when she left. Can't have the best of both worlds.
Probably wanted to kill herself when they said, oh, you need to face Alexa Bliss. Anyway, listen, Ronda Rousey, good fighter, but overrated. And listen, she won 13 fights in a row and then lost 2 and retired. To me, that's not a sign of a good champion. No. Good champions bounce back. Good champions, overcome adversity. I just haven't really seen that from Ronda Rousey. To go on that winning streak and be dominant, that's one thing, but what about coming back and winning your title? She tasted defeat and then never got another W again. That looks really poor to me.
She took holding the L a little bit too serious. But, fuck her, man, to be honest. Wrestling's dead. Who gives a shit, man? Seriously, no, who actually cares, though, at the end of the day? We've had to clump a load of these stories to make something half interesting.
Right, well, here's the last story, unless you've got anything you want to say about Ronda Rousey.
Couldn't give a fuck.
Say your piece. Alright, okay.
I mean, she doesn't understand the business, but it doesn't surprise me.
AJ Styles said during the Raw commercial break, somebody doesn't want me here.
I was there for it.
Now,
I tuned out not long after, to be fair.
Not sure if this is a shoot or if this is a work. I mean, everyone will say it's a work because that's what wrestling fans do these days. What if it's a work? Why do it on the commercial break when the entire American audience don't see it? Doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but...
And then once the show is off the air, no one gets to see.
Yeah, so this is what AJ Styles said during the commercial break, which obviously only gets seen by the... Is it just America that have it, or just Canada? Is it North America?
I'm not too sure, but... I think it's just America.
Right,
USA Network.
So during the commercial break, the non-American viewers got to see AJ Styles cut this promo. He said, quote, "For the first time in my career, I've got no one watching my back. Gallows, Anderson, they're not here. Michin, she's on SmackDown. It's like someone orchestrated a way for me to not win anymore, not have help. I'll let you make your own conclusions. By the way, we are here right now and all over the world, but to rest everybody, it is a commercial break. I'm telling you something that you're probably not supposed to hear, but somebody doesn't want me here. What we're going to do is you're going to beat the piss out of Grande Americano tonight so that the person that doesn't want me here anymore can feel a little bit of his pain and mine also. End of quote. I mean, if this is a work, it's a really fucking bad one.
I don't think it right.
I think it's just mumbo jumbo from AJ Styles. He talks about, oh, I've got nobody to have nobody's got my back anymore. My two bum buddies, my two fucking jobbers, and the only thing they've ever done good is put on a Howard Finkel impersonation. They're gone. Meechin's got. Well, hold on here. Was Meechin not only brought in because those two bald frauds said, oh, Rhea keeps punching me in the nuts and I can't do anything? What, so does AJ think that if Meechin's on Raw, he's going to become a world champion or something? What a loser! Oh, I can't win matches anymore. I don't have Meechin. Fucking Meechin can't win a match either. See, ever since she stopped sleeping with Triple H, she's fucking barely even appeared on SmackDown.
This is 100% a work. If he's shooting, and he's honestly shooting about the big LG and Carl Anderson and Meechin, and what the gun needs reloaded. The gun's jammed.
You don't want none.
It's faulty. It's fucking crap, man. AJ Styles deserves better, but he's what age? Is he 48? Just a guy, man. It peaked 7-8 years ago.
It just here. Go and take Tony Khan's money. Why not? Get that life-changing money before you retire.
Go to the big leagues, kid.
Tony Khan's desperate.
In terms of the money.
He'll take you. Couple years at AEW and have a 2-week stint in TNA. Face Pure Henry Bound for Glory or something.
I think going to TNA is so demeaning now for these guys because it's WWE. I mean, the NXT guy's the world champ.
Yeah, it's like you can go to TNA without leaving WWE now.
Yeah.
AJ Styles returning to TNA to have one last run is never been more possible.
Oh, but he came out at Slammiversary and talked a load of shit.
And done fuck all. I think that's a disgrace.
Everybody's stature in this business just gets worse by the week. It's dead.
Especially John Cena.
See when Big John hangs up those boots, December 13th. I think I'll hang myself off the Christmas tree.
Anyway, guys.
Watch this shit again.
That's it. Boston, Washington, absolute disgrace. John Cena should pick and choose where he wants to go and where he wants to wrestle. But WWE and TKO say no. Anyway, that's your news. Booker, AJ, Triple H, Logan Paul. Aye, we'll catch you in the next one. Till then, peace.